everyone, it's Dolan and you're very welcome to my channel. In today's video, I give you some tips on how I stay motivated. The majority of questions I receive are usually about how I stay motivated. I created a short video on this for the Face app not that long ago, but after doing my question and answers on Instagram, I noticed that a lot of the questions were associated with motivation again. So, if you want to know how I try my best to stay motivated, then stick to the end of this video to find out. Okay, so the first piece of advice I have for you is usually one of the ones that helps me most, and that is choosing to make your future self happy rather than your present self. That might sound strange, but basically sometimes in the present I want to just chill out, maybe go on my phone, go through social media, watch a movie, not really do a workout. You know, sometimes you just want to do the relaxing thing that's going to make your present self happy. However, when I stop and I think about what I want in the future, that usually makes me more motivated to go and do whatever it takes to get there. For example, your future self might be that you want to have very good school grades, or you want to get your dream job. Choose to make that person happy and do whatever needs to be done to help you get a step closer to making your future self happy. So the next thing that I do to help me stay motivated, and I do talk about this a lot, and that is setting goals. And if you have been watching all my videos on this channel, you probably know that I do try to set goals a lot and come back to reevaluate them, check up on them, and just constantly setting new goals whenever I need to. Another thing to note is that make sure they are not just goals but SMART goals, and I have an entire video on how to set SMART goals, and I will link that in the description below. In the last piece of advice, I talked about making your future self happy. Take a while to sit down and write, what is that going to be? Where do you want to be in a year, in a couple of months, in 5 years, in 10 years? What goals would you have liked to have achieved by then? Write them down, make them SMART goals, and plan how you are going to do it. The best way to get motivated is actually realizing what makes you motivated and what do you need to be motivated for. If I don't know what my goals are, I'm not going to be motivated to go out and achieve them. So, think about what will motivate you, what you're really passionate about and what you want to achieve, and then work out how you're going to get there, and then you'll see yourself that you automatically start to feel more determined and more motivated to go out and achieve those goals. Another thing I do to help keep myself motivated is to create a schedule. Now this could be just a schedule that you make day by day. Maybe you make it the night before, or it could be a weekly schedule, or it could be a monthly schedule. Whenever I'm creating a schedule for a day ahead, I usually like to create a to-do list and then prioritize that. It's really important to prioritize the things that you really need to get done and are important to get done, to make sure you start with them and get them done. I usually prioritize and then put everything into a schedule, and this just really helps me stay motivated because each day I have a to-do list I'd like to get done and I have a schedule to follow, which just makes it a little bit easier. And it also means I am scheduling in time to just relax and time to eat, and it makes it more realistic. I'm not trying to get too much done every day or every week, where you end up not really getting done what you want. So make sure to take time to plan and schedule. Next thing that I think about when I'm sometimes trying to get motivated or stay on a motivated kind of path is just get started. So maybe there's something that you want to do that is intimidating or going to take a lot of time, or you really don't even know where to begin. But sometimes the most energy is required just for starting something, and that's usually kind of the most intimidating part for me. Whenever I was back in school and writing an essay, it was taking the time to write that first paragraph. That was always the hardest part for me. So once you just get started, you will find that it will happen easier. A great quote that I tend to think about when it comes to this is that a little action often spurs a lot of momentum. So whatever it is you're thinking about doing, for me this year it really was about creating a YouTube channel. It's just get started and then you're on a roll and you're going. Another thing that helps me with this, if it's maybe a smaller task like doing a workout or I don't know, daily things, I use the 5-second rule. This was created by Mel Robinson. If you don't know about it, maybe look it up. But basically it means that you give yourself 5 seconds, you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you have to do it. So maybe it's even getting out of bed in the morning. Just take those 5 seconds to count yourself down and then just go do it. So basically one of my big pieces of advice here, and one that I like to follow, is just get started. Sometimes being motivated can be hard whenever you have a problem in front of you. For example, that might be you have an injury and you're not feeling that motivated to do the rehab that needs to be done to get better. Whenever this is happening to me, I take time to think that actions will solve my problems. Again, it's just kind of that thing like just getting started on something. But whenever you're feeling like you can't get motivated to do a task, just remember that little actions will get you further to solving that problem. And don't give yourself a big, gigantic, impossible task someday that you know you can't handle. Just give yourself little small actions, break it down step by step, and you will keep getting closer and closer to the end goal or solving the end problem, whatever it may be. But it's just remembering that little actions will solve big problems. Another thing that keeps me motivated is kind of the desire to be ahead of the game. For this, possibly the best way to explain my mindset about this is that I was a competitive Irish dancer growing up. And I found that I always kind of wanted to be ahead of the game in terms of trying to do more stretching, trying to do more Pilates, trying to practice when I felt like other people might have been resting. And just that idea of sticking ahead of the game made me very motivated, because I felt like, okay, if I'm driven to be ahead of the game, then I might be getting further than what they are. So just that the thought process of I was kind of winning, I guess, or ahead of the competition was something that motivated me. A big thing for this was maybe during the summer when I thought people were taking more rest. I pushed a little harder. During Christmas time, I tried to practice as much as I could. Of course, still taking my rest days and recovery and stuff like that. But just having the idea that you're always pushing yourself to be ahead of the game, as a competitive person, that makes me more motivated and more ambitious, because I somehow trick my brain into thinking that I'm winning. I don't know if that makes sense. In my head it does, but basically trying to make myself be ahead of the game sometimes keeps me motivated. Another thing I try to do is not hide behind I can'ts. Really, you can try to do anything. So whenever you think you can't do something, change your attitude to feel like I can try it. You can always try something. Maybe it doesn't go right the first time, or you actually can't do it, but you can learn how to do it. So try not to hide behind those I can'ts. Another way to look at this is that you can maybe replace the can'ts with won'ts. So I won't work out today because I'm tired, rather than I can't work out today because I'm tired. Whenever you hear yourself saying I want, then you're more likely to think, no, I can, I will, like there's no reason why I can't try. So it's just remembering that you can try anything. Another thing that helps me keep motivated is rewarding myself when I have done certain tasks. Adapt an attitude that says, I can't until I. So what I mean by this is, I can't watch a movie tonight until I do whatever it is you need to do. So let's say you need to study, practice your musical instrument and do a workout. So I can't watch Netflix tonight until I study, practice my musical instrument and do a workout. This way you will try to take off those little things and then reward yourself. So it's basically about not letting yourself chill out and relax until you do the things that you need to do. Another thing that I've kind of realised over time, and definitely adds to motivation, is realising that I am responsible and I take control of what I can achieve and what I can do. Basically, by knowing that I control everything I do means that I control the outcome, I control the result, and I can write my own story, really. Once you realise that you control your own destiny, you will become very motivated to take control and do whatever it takes to get where you want. You know, I would love to look back when I am older and say that I done everything in my power to achieve all the little dreams that I had. And that really does keep me motivated. I think once every so often it comes into my head and I think, am I doing everything I can to get where I want? Sometimes I realise I'm not. Other times I say, yes, you really are. So it's just kind of realising and taking responsibility for your actions. Knowing that everything you do every day will ultimately decide where you get to in the next few years. Possibly my biggest achievement is becoming a principal dancer in Riverdance. And I know for certain that I did not stop trying to reach that goal. From being a competitive dancer to trying to get into Riverdance, on my first tour in Riverdance, just working extremely hard every day to never stop practicing, never stopping trying to grow and improve. I know those things helped me get the role that I so wanted. So the fact that is, at 18, I knew that my actions and how hard I worked ultimately determined whether or not I achieved that dream. So basically, we all control how hard we work and how focused we stay. And of course there is factors that we cannot control that always come into play, but you can control those. So just control what you can control and take responsibility for that and enjoy the process. Make it fun and enjoyable and reward yourself for all the little small achievements you get on your way to achieving your bigger goals. The last piece of advice I have for you is really something I only thought of in the last few minutes, and I usually plan my videos, but this kind of came into my head a few times when I was talking to the camera. But that is just being positive. I find positivity and motivation kind of come hand in hand a lot of the time for me, and I think positivity is key to so many things, like feeling happy and feeling determined and feeling accomplished. And you know, whenever you may not achieve the things that you really wanted to achieve, try to be positive for what you learnt on the journey. Being positive and seeing how far you've come and how much you can do, and being positive in the fact that you can go out and achieve things just by pushing yourself. That will hopefully help you be motivated. So I don't know if this is really that great of a tip, but I think whenever I connect my most motivated self, it's usually whenever I am feeling most positive. I hope this has helped someone out there feel a little bit more motivated to go out and achieve anything they want, or even just motivated to go for a walk today or a run or make a nice dinner, whatever it may be. I hope this has helped you feel motivated, or will help you in the next while feel motivated. Comment below what tip in this video you think will help you, and also please comment below what you are motivated for. I would love to find out what my subscribers are motivated for, so maybe I can help you on your journey throughout my videos. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified on all my future videos. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope this has helped you even a little bit. If you like this video, you may like my video about setting SMART goals, which I spoke about in this video, and I'll also put other videos here recommended for you to watch. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.